There's no right or wrong answer, by the way. I'm just curious.
My mom said
learn how to protect myself and then
Okay.
like what to be aware of when we go off into the world and how to protect myself.
awareness.
Good. Self-protection, right?
Yeah, and that.
Nah, you can't ride their coattails, huh?
I mean, yeah, like awareness and just to have a presence.
Okay. Let me ask you girls a question. You're all what, 17?
Yeah.
16, 17? Okay. Your job when you go out to parties or anything else, or when you go to school, or anything that you do, when you're done, your job is to what? Get home safely, right? Right? Would you say that's a true statement? No matter what you're doing in life, your job is to get home safely every single night, correct? Just as our parents' job is to get home safely to the family, right? If your parents didn't come home one night, how would you feel? Start to worry. Why haven't they called? Where are they? What's going on? Right? Anybody else? I mean, has that ever happened to anybody? Here? Good. That's nice. You have good parents. Imagine you're in 5th grade or 6th grade. You wake up in the morning. Your parents' bed isn't made. They went out last night. They never came home. Did they do their job? No. Now what happens? You guys start to worry. So again, I'm starting out because I just want you to understand the most important jobs that we have as human beings is to get home safely every day in our lives. It doesn't matter where we were. If we're in school, in dorms, and living on your own, it doesn't matter where. It's to get home safely, right? So, there's lots of crazy things going on in this world today, right? You hear about them? Ever watch the news? No? So we're going to go over a lot of that stuff, and we'll talk about what not to do, what you can do, some stories about some young girls that are 17 years old that have gotten killed and taken away, all because they weren't aware. You guys live in a very safe place, don't you? You think anything's out here?
Yeah.
Well, I watch a family not too far from here, probably less than a quarter of a mile, and they have people come up their driveway, and we watch the cameras and we see, so anything can happen anywhere. But if you're aware, you can limit it, okay? So the first thing we're going to talk about is self-worth, okay? I want you to think about that for a second. What does self-worth mean to you?
How you value yourself and respect yourself.
Good. Anything else? Self-worth also comes in another form as, let's say, as willing to do whatever it takes to survive. Self-worth, isn't it? I'll give you an example. You have somebody that, is being attacked and they just crumble into a little ball. Please, don't hurt me. If I don't look at him, he'll go away. And then another person that fights for their life. Who do you think is going to win?
The person who fights for their life.
Why?
Because they fought.
Self-worth. They have value. Their life means something. And that's so important because there's so many people in this world that won't fight for their lives. They just won't. And a quick story before we get into something is I was doing a rape prevention class, and there was this woman there, and we were doing a frontal attack by a 2-hand choke. Can you imagine? Has anybody here ever been abused? Please say no. No? Good. Alright. But the fact is, it can happen. It's happened to many, many people. Alright? Believe it or not, in relationships, most relationships happen from your boyfriend or somebody you know that's a friend. Okay? But this one woman, I was just training with her, a group of people, on a frontal attack, 2-hand choke. And I said, I want you to put your hands up, and I want you to pretend like it's your fear for your life, which you should be, and then all of a sudden I want you to take your hands and poke your fingers right in his eyes. She said to me, I can't do this. I can't do this. I said, what do you mean you can't do this? He's going to rape you and kill you if you don't do this. I can't do this. I said, okay, calm down. Let's get over there. I said to her, do you have any kids? Yes, you do. Okay. So I walked over here and talked to the rest of the class. And I said, a new situation. I've got little Tommy here, who's 3 years old. When I'm done raping and killing him, she jumped about 10 feet towards me and had a different point of view, and all of a sudden came to life. And all of a sudden she was willing to kill for who? The kid. Why? And I said to her, I said, do you feel that feeling? She said, yeah. I said, good, hold on to it. I said, now let's talk about your life. Why were you willing to do something for your kid but not for your own life? And she got it right there. And she changed. And she understood what self-worth is about. It's willing to do whatever it takes to survive. Does that make sense? Okay. With that, I'm going to give you guys a little handout.